Princess Sophia woke up with a sense of excitement fluttering inside her, the kind she felt only when something special was about to happen. The morning sunlight streamed gently into her room, brushing her cheeks with warmth as she stretched beneath her blankets. Clover, who had been napping near her pillow, opened one eye lazily and muttered, "Morning, Sophia, you're glowing today. Is it pancake day or something?" Sophia giggled as she sat up. "It's not pancake day, Clover. It's the Royal Talent Showcase." Clover's ears perked up instantly. He hopped to her lap. "Oh, right. The show where everyone shows off what they're good at. What are you doing this time? Singing? Dancing? Lifting large carrots with magic?" Sophia laughed again. "I'm not sure yet. That's the problem. I want to do something special, something meaningful. Something that feels like me." The Royal Talent Showcase was an annual event in Enchantia where everyone, from villagers to nobles, shared their unique abilities. Some played instruments, some baked, some performed magic, and others crafted beautiful artwork. It wasn't a competition, but it was an event everyone looked forward to, celebrating the kingdom's talents and creativity. Princess Sophia always participated, but this year felt different. This year she wanted her talent to shine in a way that came from the heart. After getting dressed in a simple lavender gown with soft ribbons, Sophia made her way to the dining hall. The castle was buzzing with excitement. Servants carried decorations, musicians practiced melodies in the courtyard, and even the guards hummed now and then, tapping their feet in anticipation. When she entered the hall, her family greeted her with warm smiles. Queen Miranda kissed her forehead and asked what she planned to perform. Sophia hesitated before answering. "I'm still thinking. I want it to be something meaningful." King Roland nodded thoughtfully. "The best talents come from the heart, Sophia. Whatever you choose, it will shine because you shine." Amber and James looked equally curious. Amber was preparing a ballet performance, and James was planning a comedic juggling act with enchanted balls that floated around unpredictably. "You should do something sparkly," Amber suggested. "Or dramatic," James added, adjusting an imaginary cape. Sophia smiled at them both but still wasn't sure. She wanted her moment to shine to be genuine, something that represented who she truly was, not just as a princess, but as Sophia. Later in the morning, Sophia decided to visit Cedric's workshop, hoping inspiration might find her there. Cedric was busy organizing spellbooks when she arrived. "Oh, Princess Sophia. Here for magical assistance? A sparkly performance? A levitation dance routine?" Sophia shook her head gently. "I don't know yet, Mr. Cedric. I want my talent to be something that really helps others understand me. Something warm, something kind." Cedric paused, tapping his wand against his palm thoughtfully. "Real magic comes from intention, Sophia. Whatever you choose, let your heart guide you. That will make it special." Sophia thanked him and stepped outside into the castle gardens, her thoughts swirling like the gentle breeze. She walked through the blooming flowers, listening to the soft hums of bees and the gentle rustle of leaves. Birds chirped cheerfully, flying around her as if trying to lift her spirits. She knelt by the fountain and whispered softly to herself, "What is my true talent?" Clover, who had followed her quietly, placed a paw on her knee. "Your talent is being you, Sophia. Helping others. Listening. Caring. That's what you're best at." Sophia smiled warmly at his words, feeling a spark inside her. But the question remained, how could she turn that into a performance? As she sat thinking, a group of young castle children approached, carrying folded papers and small boxes. They were preparing for the showcase too and looked nervous. One of them, a little girl named Ellie, approached Sophia timidly. "Princess Sophia, we're supposed to show a talent, but we're scared. What if we're not good enough?" Sophia felt her heart soften. She knelt beside Ellie and said, "You don't have to be perfect. Just share something that makes you happy. That's what talent truly is." The children smiled at her words, encouraged and relieved, and Sophia realized she had just helped them without even trying. After they left, she sat quietly, feeling the spark in her heart grow warmer. Maybe her talent wasn't something flashy or dramatic. Maybe it was something simple but powerful, helping others feel confident, safe, and understood. Maybe her moment to shine could be about sharing kindness. But how could she turn kindness into a performance? As she pondered, a soft glow appeared near the fountain. Sofia gasped gently as the light swirled, forming a tiny floating sparkle. It hovered in front of her before dancing delicately toward a corner of the garden. Clover's jaw dropped. Sofia? I think magic wants to talk to you. Sofia stood quickly and followed the glowing speck. It guided her to a small, overgrown archway she had never noticed before. When she stepped through it, she found a quiet, hidden pond reflecting the sunlight like gentle crystals. The glow hovered above the water, pulsing softly before drifting into the center and vanishing into the ripples. Sofia knelt by the pond, staring at her reflection. The water shimmered, and for a moment, she saw not just herself, but herself surrounded by others, helping, smiling, guiding. Her reflection flickered, then returned to normal. Sofia touched the water gently, understanding the message. Her moment to shine wasn't about showing off a special skill. Her moment would shine because it came from her heart. She stood slowly, a determined warmth growing inside her. She finally knew what she would do for the Royal Talent Showcase. She just had to figure out exactly how. Princess Sofia returned to her room, Clover bouncing happily beside her. She felt the warmth of the hidden pond's message still lingering in her chest. The realization that her moment to shine came from kindness filled her with both excitement and nerves. She knew she had to create a performance that would not only entertain but also touch the hearts of everyone watching. But how could she transform her caring nature into something magical that the audience would feel and understand? She sat at her writing desk, opening her notebook to brainstorm ideas. Sketches of dancing lights, fluttering butterflies, and shimmering ribbons filled the page. But Sofia quickly realized that these ideas were beautiful only visually. They didn't carry the emotional message she wanted. She needed something that involved people, something that allowed others to feel included and happy. Her thoughts wandered to the children she had encouraged in the garden earlier. Maybe her talent didn't have to be a solo act. Maybe it could be something that involved helping others shine as well. Clover twitched his nose. Princess Sofia, you're thinking too much. Just let your heart do the talking. Sofia smiled, realizing he was right. She closed her eyes and thought about the feelings she wanted to share: joy, encouragement, hope, and togetherness. She pictured the audience smiling, children feeling proud of themselves, and friends feeling inspired. A new idea began to form, one that made her heart beat faster. She would create a magical activity where everyone participating could feel special, empowered, and happy. Excited, she rushed down to the courtyard where Cedric was still organizing magical props. "Mr. Cedric," she called, "I need your help. I want to create a performance that shows kindness and makes people feel happy, but I don't know how to make it magical." Cedric's eyes twinkled as he looked at her. "A performance that touches hearts rather than dazzles with flashy spells. That's true magic, Princess Sofia. We can do this. I have a few ideas that involve light, music, and interactive magic, but it will need careful coordination. Are you ready?" Sofia nodded eagerly. Cedric explained that they could enchant small ribbons to glow in response to happiness. Each person in the audience could hold a ribbon, and when they smiled or laughed, the ribbon would sparkle brightly. By the end of the showcase, the courtyard would be filled with hundreds of sparkling ribbons, each one reflecting the joy shared by the participants. Sofia's idea of including everyone's feelings would become part of the magic itself. They began preparations immediately. Sofia and Cedric gathered small, delicate ribbons, enchanted them with glowing spells, and practiced synchronizing the magical effects with music. Clover tried to help by hopping among the ribbons, accidentally setting some to sparkle out of turn. Sofia laughed and shook her head, gently adjusting them. "Don't worry, Clover. You're just adding extra magic." The three worked tirelessly, ensuring that the performance would be seamless. As the afternoon wore on, Sofia invited a few children from the castle to rehearse with her. She guided them patiently, encouraging them to express themselves freely. "Remember," she told them, "the magic comes from your heart. The brighter your happiness, the brighter the ribbon will shine. The children hesitated at first but quickly began to smile and laugh, delighted as their ribbons twinkled in response. Sophia watched them, feeling a surge of pride. The ribbons responded beautifully, and she realized this was exactly the kind of performance she wanted. A show where kindness and joy were the stars. By evening, the courtyard was transformed. Lanterns glowed softly along the pathways, music floated gently through the air, and enchanted ribbons were distributed to all the audience members. Friends, family, and even some visiting villagers held the ribbons, curious about the magic. Clover perched near Sophia's shoulder, whispering nervously, "Princess Sofia, I hope everyone enjoys this as much as we do." Sophia smiled and patted his head. "They will, Clover. I just hope they feel the magic in their hearts." The time for the showcase finally arrived. Princess Sofia stepped onto the stage, her hands glowing faintly as she held the first ribbon. Cedric gave her an encouraging nod, and the music began. Sophia guided the children through the routine, each movement accompanied by laughter, smiles, and playful gestures. The enchanted ribbons began to sparkle in response to genuine happiness. Each time someone laughed or clapped, the ribbon shimmered brighter, creating waves of glittering light across the courtyard. Sophia felt a warm glow in her chest as she watched the magic unfold. The ribbons reflected not only her efforts but also the joy and connection of every participant. For the first time, she understood that shining wasn't about performing alone. It was about helping others feel bright and special too. Every smile, every sparkle, every burst of laughter added to the magical tapestry of the evening. As the performance reached its climax, hundreds of ribbons glowed simultaneously, forming patterns in the air that danced along with the music. The courtyard looked like a sky full of tiny stars, each one representing someone's happiness. The audience gasped in awe, clapping and cheering. Sophia smiled, knowing she had succeeded in making her moment to shine about more than herself. When the music ended, she bowed gracefully, her heart filled with pride. The children and guests surrounded her, each holding a sparkling ribbon. Clover hopped happily beside her. "Princess Sophia," he whispered, "this was the most magical thing ever. You really shined, because you let everyone shine with you." Sophia hugged him gently, realizing that her birthday wish had truly come alive in this moment. Her heart felt full, and she knew that this was only the beginning of many magical experiences where kindness, courage, and joy could shine for all to see. The evening air was filled with excitement as the audience clapped and cheered, still marveling at the sparkling ribbons that had lit up the Royal Talent Showcase. Princess Sophia's heart swelled with happiness, but just as she was about to take a breath and enjoy the moment, she noticed a small group of guests frowning near the back of the courtyard. Among them were a few younger children, looking anxious and unsure, and even a couple of villagers who seemed hesitant to join in. Sophia's instinct kicked in immediately. She realized that while the performance was beautiful, not everyone had been able to experience the magic as fully as they should have. Clover hopped nervously beside her shoulder. "Princess Sophia, maybe the magic didn't reach everyone? What do we do now?" Sophia smiled reassuringly. "We fix it, Clover. This is part of my moment to shine. Everyone deserves to feel included." She took a deep breath, letting the warmth of the ribbon's magic flow through her hands again. The glow responded instantly, flickering and brightening as if acknowledging her intent. She had learned from Cedric that the magic wasn't just in the ribbons, it was in the hearts of everyone who participated. Sophia gently approached the hesitant guests. "Hello," she said softly, kneeling to meet the children at their level. "Would you like to try something magical with me?" The children's eyes widened, curiosity and hesitation mixing. One little boy stepped forward slowly, clutching a small ribbon. "I don't know if I can make it shine," he admitted quietly. Sophia reached out and took his hand. "It doesn't matter if you think you can. The ribbon responds to how your heart feels. If you're having fun and smiling, it will shine brighter than you imagine." Clover twitched his nose encouragingly. "You've got this." The boy gave a small, uncertain smile, and as he lifted the ribbon, it glimmered faintly. Sophia's own ribbon glowed stronger, feeding off the confidence she was sharing. The other children began to loosen up, encouraged by the first brave step. Laughter began to bubble from the group, and the ribbons responded instantly, sparkling with cascading waves of light. Even the villagers, who had been unsure about joining in, felt the gentle pull of the magic. Sophia guided them, encouraging smiles, small movements, and playful gestures. But then something unexpected happened. One of the enchanted ribbons began to flicker wildly, brighter than all the others, spinning out of control. It hovered above the courtyard, threatening to knock over a lantern and send the crowd into panic. Sophia gasped, reaching out instinctively. Clover's fur bristled and he squeaked, "Princess Sofia! That ribbon's gone rogue." Sophia closed her eyes and focused, remembering Cedric's advice. The magic responded to intention, not fear. She steadied her breathing and whispered softly, "It's okay. You're safe. Let's shine together." The ribbon pulsed, wavering, then slowly responded to her calm voice. It circled gently, landing back among the other ribbons as if nothing had happened. The crowd cheered, thinking it was part of the performance, but Sophia felt a thrill of relief and pride. She had learned that shining in the moment wasn't just about joy, it was also about staying calm, showing patience, and guiding others when challenges appeared. The rest of the performance continued, and this time Sophia included a few more interactive elements. She invited everyone to link hands in a circle, and as they did, the magic of the ribbons expanded. The glow spread from ribbon to ribbon, connecting the entire audience in a web of sparkling light. The courtyard shimmered like a constellation, each person contributing their happiness, laughter, and excitement. Sophia realized that this was the heart of her moment to shine, sharing joy with everyone, creating a magical experience where every heart felt involved and appreciated. By the time the music reached its finale, the courtyard was alive with radiant ribbons dancing through the air, reflecting stars from the evening sky. Guests laughed and cheered, holding their ribbons high, feeling the collective warmth of happiness. Princess Sofia stood at the center, smiling, knowing that she had created something more meaningful than any solo performance could have achieved. Clover twitched with delight, hopping up and down, his tiny paws leaving trails of sparkles in the air. "Princess Sofia," he whispered, "you didn't just shine, you made everyone shine with you." But as the applause died down, Sophia noticed a gentle shimmer near the fountain. The same magical glow she had seen earlier in the day began to form in the air, hovering delicately before her. A soft, melodic voice spoke, barely audible above the fading music. "Princess Sofia, your heart has guided the magic. You have understood that true shine comes from helping others feel their light. But the journey is not yet complete. There is one more task to truly claim your moment to shine." Sophia's eyes widened with curiosity and determination. Clover twitched nervously. "Another task? Princess Sofia, do we have to?" Sophia smiled at him reassuringly. "Yes, Clover. But I think I'm ready. I understand now that shining isn't just about me. It's about others, and if there's one more step, I'll face it with courage and kindness." The glow expanded and took the shape of a tiny floating pixie, its wings twinkling like crystal. "Follow me," it whispered, "and you will discover the final step of your moment to shine." Sophia took a deep breath, holding Clover close as they followed the pixie toward the castle gardens. The courtyard was still alive with residual sparkles from the performance, but Sophia felt a quiet peace in the air. The challenge she had faced with the rogue ribbon had shown her something important. Moments to shine weren't just about brilliance, but about composure, courage, and lifting others up even in unexpected situations. As they reached the hidden archway in the garden where she had discovered the pond earlier, the pixie hovered over the center and began to shimmer brighter. Sophia stepped forward, ready for whatever awaited her. She felt her heart swell with hope and determination. Tonight had already been magical, but the final step promised something even greater, a chance to solidify her moment to shine, not only as a princess but as Sophia, a kind, brave, and thoughtful friend to all. She looked at Clover, who nodded reassuringly. "Let's do this together," she whispered. And with that, Princess Sofia stepped into the glow, ready to discover the true meaning of shining in the heart of magic. Princess Sofia stepped through the shimmering glow with Clover perched anxiously on her shoulder. The light enveloped them, warm and gentle, and for a moment, she felt as though she were floating among the stars. The pixie hovered just ahead, guiding them to a small clearing she had never noticed before, even after exploring the castle gardens countless times. The air smelled of wildflowers and sweet herbs, and tiny orbs of light danced around, illuminating the hidden grove. Clover twitched nervously, whispering, "Princess Sofia, it's beautiful, but what do we do now?" Sofia smiled softly, feeling both excitement and determination. "We finish this, Clover. This is the last part of my moment to shine." The pixie hovered above a stone pedestal in the center of the clearing. Upon it rested a delicate crystal orb, softly glowing with an inner light. As Sofia approached, the orb pulsed in response to her heartbeat, and she felt a quiet warmth spread through her chest. She realized that this was the final test, the ultimate step that would allow her to truly shine. It wasn't about performing or dazzling others. It was about seeing her own heart reflected in the magic and sharing it with everyone she cared about. Taking a deep breath, Sofia lifted the orb gently in her hands. Instantly, the clearing transformed. The flowers glowed brighter, the leaves shimmered with dew-like sparkles, and the tiny orbs of light began to swirl around her in a soft spiral. Clover's fur bristled with wonder, and he whispered, "Princess Sofia, this is amazing." Sofia smiled. "It's not just amazing, it's showing me what it means to shine." She closed her eyes and focused, thinking about everyone in the kingdom, about the joy she had shared with the audience, and about the smiles and laughter from the Royal Talent Showcase. She wanted the magic to reflect not just her happiness, but the happiness of everyone she cared about. Slowly, the orb responded. Its light grew brighter and expanded outward, forming shimmering patterns in the air. Each pattern represented a feeling, joy, courage, kindness, and love. Sofia realized that these were the qualities that truly made someone shine. The magic wasn't about power or showiness, it was about letting your heart guide you, about touching others in meaningful ways. The pixie twirled around her, sprinkling tiny sparkles over the scene. "You are ready, Princess Sofia," it whispered. "Your moment to shine is more than just a performance. It is the love and kindness you share, reflected through magic." Sofia opened her eyes, and the crystal orb projected images into the air. She saw the children she had helped earlier, their ribbons glowing brilliantly. She saw the villagers, smiling and laughing as their joy reflected back into the magic. She even saw Amber and James, dancing and cheering with happiness, their spirits lifting the entire courtyard. Each image glowed with the warmth of genuine emotion. Sofia felt tears of joy prick her eyes as she realized she had created something far greater than she had imagined. She wasn't just shining, she was helping everyone around her shine too. The pixie hovered closer, her tiny wings sparkling like the finest crystals. "Your final task is to let go," she said softly. "Release the magic, and trust that the joy you've shared will continue to grow." Sofia hesitated for a moment. The orb pulsed gently in her hands, and she felt connected to the kingdom in a way she never had before. But she knew the pixie was right. To truly shine, she had to trust that her actions, her kindness, and her guidance could inspire others beyond her control. With a deep breath, Sofia placed the crystal orb on the pedestal. The light expanded in a breathtaking wave, sweeping through the clearing and spilling into the castle gardens beyond. Flowers glowed, lanterns sparkled, and the ribbons from the talent showcase shimmered even brighter than before. The energy of her kindness, courage, and care spread like a gentle breeze, touching everyone in the castle and beyond. Clover squeaked with delight, bouncing up and down as the magic swirled around them. "Princess Sofia, you did it. You really shined." Sofia felt a profound warmth in her heart. She had faced uncertainty, guided others, handled challenges, and shared genuine joy. She understood that her moment to shine was not a fleeting event. It was a reflection of the love, courage, and kindness she brought to the world every day. The pixie twirled one last time before hovering in front of her. "Princess Sofia, you have completed your journey. Remember this feeling, and continue to let your heart guide your actions. That is true magic. As the light slowly faded, Sophia noticed the kingdom around her glimmering softly under the evening sky. The courtyard lanterns twinkled, the gardens sparkled, and the castle walls reflected the warm golden glow of the magical evening. Guests and villagers alike were smiling, their faces alight with happiness and wonder. Sophia realized that her moment to shine had rippled far beyond herself, leaving an enduring impression of joy, courage, and kindness. Clover nudged her gently. "Princess Sophia, I think everyone will remember this night forever." Sophia nodded, tears of happiness in her eyes. "Yes, Clover. And I'll remember it too. Because this wasn't just about shining, it was about helping others find their light as well." She looked toward the stars, feeling a gentle breeze brush her face. The crystal orb's glow had disappeared, but the magic it had left behind filled her heart and the entire kingdom. Sophia knew that this experience would stay with her forever, reminding her that shining wasn't about being the brightest or the loudest, it was about guiding, inspiring, and caring for others. The Royal Talent Showcase had taught her that when you lift others, you shine even more brightly. The lesson of the crystal orb, the pixie, and the ribbons was clear. Moments to shine are moments when hearts connect, when kindness spreads, and when love leads the way. That evening, as Sophia returned to the castle with Clover and the pixie's soft sparkle fading behind them, she felt a deep sense of fulfillment. She had discovered her true magic, one that would continue to grow and touch the lives of everyone around her. Her moment to shine was complete, but it would echo in the hearts of the kingdom for years to come, inspiring courage, joy, and kindness in ways no one could ever forget. As the last traces of magic from the crystal orb faded into the night sky, Princess Sophia stepped back into the courtyard, her heart glowing with warmth and pride. The audience, still holding their sparkling ribbons, cheered and clapped, unaware of the full journey Sophia had just completed in the hidden garden. Clover hopped excitedly at her side, his whiskers twitching. "Princess Sophia, you really did it. The whole kingdom is shining now." Sophia laughed softly, hugging him gently. "We did it together, Clover. Everyone helped make it magical." The Royal Talent Showcase was not yet over, and the courtyard was alive with joyful energy. Amber and James rushed over, their faces lit with curiosity and admiration. "Sophia, that was amazing. Everyone's ribbons are sparkling like stars," Amber exclaimed, twirling happily. James added, "Even the villagers are glowing. Princess Sophia, I think you just made this the best showcase ever." Sophia smiled at her siblings, feeling grateful for their support. Their encouragement had helped her stay confident, and now she could see that the magic of kindness extended far beyond herself. The guests gathered around, eager to hear from Princess Sophia. She knelt down, looking into their eyes and speaking from her heart. "Thank you all for being part of this special night. The magic isn't just in the ribbons or the lights. It's in your smiles, your joy, and the happiness you share with others. Every one of you has a sparkle in your heart, and when you let it shine, it can make the entire kingdom brighter." The crowd listened in awe, their hearts touched by her words. Many villagers whispered to one another, realizing that even small gestures of kindness could create real magic. Sophia's heart swelled as she watched children laugh, parents smile, and friends hold hands, all glowing with joy. She understood that her moment to shine was no longer just her own. It belonged to everyone who had participated, everyone who had shared their happiness. She felt a gentle sparkle brush her cheek, and when she looked up, she saw the tiny pixie hovering nearby. "Princess Sophia," it whispered softly, "you have completed your journey. Your moment to shine will continue to grow, touching hearts wherever you go. Remember this night, and continue to guide others with your kindness." Sophia nodded, feeling the truth in the pixie's words. She realized that shining wasn't a single act or a performance. It was a lifetime of helping, encouraging, and spreading joy. Even after the showcase ended, the warmth of the experience remained, weaving its way into the hearts of everyone present. Clover twitched his nose happily. "Princess Sophia, I think this is the kind of magic that never ends." Sophia smiled, feeling a quiet certainty in her heart. "Yes, Clover. And it all started because I followed what felt right in my heart. As the evening progressed, the castle gardens transformed into a celebration of light and music. Lanterns glimmered, reflecting in the fountain, and the enchanted ribbons continued to sparkle gently in the hands of the guests. Musicians played cheerful melodies, and families danced together under the soft glow of the stars. Princess Sofia moved among them, offering words of encouragement, gentle smiles, and warm hugs. She watched as people helped each other, shared laughter, and discovered their own inner magic. Her moment to shine had inspired countless others to embrace their light. Amber, seeing the impact on the crowd, approached Sofia with a thoughtful expression. "Sofia, you didn't just perform, you made everyone feel special. I've never seen anything like it." Sofia hugged her sister warmly. "Thank you, Amber. I wanted everyone to be part of the magic. That's the real shining." James joined them, carrying a few of the enchanted ribbons carefully. "Even the ribbons will remind everyone of tonight forever. Princess Sofia, you've created something truly unforgettable." Sofia paused near the fountain, gazing at her reflection in the shimmering water. The glow of the ribbons and lanterns danced across her face, and she felt a deep sense of fulfillment. This was more than a showcase. It was a celebration of courage, joy, and kindness. She thought about the children she had helped earlier, the villagers who had smiled despite uncertainty, and the family who had cheered her on. She realized that her actions had sparked a chain reaction of happiness, creating a lasting magic far beyond the stage. As the night drew to a close, Princess Sofia addressed the audience one final time. "Remember," she said gently, "you don't need magic to shine. Every kind word, every smile, every helping hand creates its own kind of sparkle. If we all share our light, the world becomes brighter and happier for everyone." The guests erupted into applause, inspired not only by the display of magical ribbons but by the heartfelt wisdom in her words. When the courtyard finally quieted, the pixie appeared once more, hovering near Sofia. "You have completed your moment to shine, Princess Sofia," it said. "Your light and the light you inspired in others will continue to grow. Remember, true magic comes from the heart." Sofia smiled, feeling the warmth of the message resonate deeply within her. Clover hopped beside her, whispering, "Princess Sofia, tonight, you truly shined." Sofia hugged him gently. "And so did everyone else, Clover. That's the real magic." With the last lanterns flickering softly and the enchanted ribbons gently dimming, Sofia looked around the courtyard, her heart full. The Royal Talent Showcase had become more than a performance. It had become a shared celebration of love, joy, and kindness. Every smile reflected back at her, reminding her that shining wasn't about attention or applause. It was about helping others discover their own light. Princess Sofia walked back toward the castle, hand in hand with Clover, her heart glowing brighter than ever. She knew that tonight's magic would remain in the kingdom, inspiring others to shine, to care, and to share joy wherever they went. And she knew that she would continue to carry the lesson of this special night in her heart forever, that moments to shine are truly moments when hearts connect, when kindness spreads, and when love lights the way.